Bunny is a Puerto Rican living in Puerto Rico who is privately taking advantage of the same tax program that he is publicly condemning.
Is that true?
And I know this. His act is called Two Cientos Caritos, and so does his manager. And I see things like this, and it hurts. And there are local Puerto Ricans who know about this. So I see this music video that has stuck me in the middle of it, that surrounded by context that makes me look like a vulture in Puerto Rico. And again, while I love Bad Bunny, I cannot personally support the hypocritical nature of his exploitation.
Wow.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is your host, King Gio. Look, got the Puerto Rico hat. All right, when stupidity hits hard. And this is going out to Logan Paul. All right, so Logan Paul made an interview yesterday with some other dude that didn't even check his facts. But anyway, you guys can look it up. But Logan Paul went after Bad Bunny yesterday because he said, okay, let me show you the video. Bad Bunny made a video about the injustice in Puerto Rico, how the electrical company is not doing its job, how the government's not doing its job, and it hasn't been doing its job for years, and how people are taking advantage of the laws that are placed in Puerto Rico, especially Act 22. All right. So Act 22, what it is, and I will put it up in a few. It's a tax haven. It's a tax exemption for individuals. Act 20 is for a corporation, but Act 22 is for individuals who are millionaires and wants a tax haven and who want to be exempt from taxes in Puerto Rico. One of the requirements is that you have to be in Puerto Rico 163 to 183 days. You have to give a 20% donation, whatever the case may be, to a charity. And if I'm not mistaken, even though what I want to put up, it's not the whole thing, but if I'm not mistaken, one of the provisions there is that you have to give back to Puerto Rico in form of you have to get employment for people, which Logan Paul has not done, or any of the people who have taken this into gone to Puerto Rico and lived there. So Bad Bunny made a video where he called out. Bad Bunny made a video where he called out Logan Paul and put Logan's picture in the video, saying that he was benefiting from this in not Puerto Rico. So Logan Paul shots back. He says that Bad Bunny is also using the same thing. He's also taking advantage of this. What Logan Paul doesn't know is that Bad Bunny cannot take advantage of that because that's made for foreign investors, United States and other countries. Bad Bunny is a native of Puerto Rico. Bad Bunny lived, born and raised in Puerto Rico. So that does not apply to him. He's not an individual. He's an individual, but he's not doing anything. And what he's saying is that his music, listen, I'm gonna call it out how it is. He's a native of Puerto Rico. He's been doing more for Puerto Rico than Logan Paul has been doing for Puerto Rico. He's born and raised in Puerto Rico. He's Puerto Rican. He was born there. So let's just say he's taking advantage of this Act 22. Not the way you are. He's entitled to, because the government of Puerto Rico has taken so much for the people of Puerto Rico that, hey, why not join the group? Now, the difference between Logan Paul and Bad Bunny is that Logan Paul is not contributing anything to Puerto Rico. Nothing. He just stays there for the required portion of the provision, and then he leaves. He's not doing anything for Puerto Rico. You see the house that he's in? That's probably Puerto Rico. On the video that he made, on the interview that he gave, has he given anything to Puerto Rico? No, he has not. And he's not the only one. And people have to understand, you cannot be mad at the Logans of the world. Okay? This act was Act 22 of 2012. That was back in 2012. All right, and from 2012, there wasn't too many individuals that were taking advantage of this. It was now after the pandemic that it hit, that it became more known that more individuals are moving to Puerto Rico. And more people are moving to Puerto Rico. And I say to that, do I blame these individuals? No. I blame the government of Puerto Rico for giving such a benefit they don't give to the people of Puerto Rico. Why can't you do something like that for the people of Puerto Rico? Incentivize. If you open up a new business or you have this much, you get this much tax off. They don't do that. But they do that to attract others so others can take over. And what are they doing? They're buying buildings, they're buying this, and then when a person wants to rent, they can't rent because that building is bought, the house is bought, and they use it as Airbnb. So you're taking out the people of, so you're already blocking out the people of Puerto Rico of doing business in Puerto Rico. Okay, it's the same way, just the same way that the people of Puerto Rico was mad at the Americans or foreign people who bought into the bonds of Puerto Rico, right? And most of the debt are for bondholders, you know. But one of the things that a lot of people don't understand is that when you bought a bond like this in Puerto Rico, that was secured by the Constitution of Puerto Rico, right? It is stated that you're supposed to get paid before anybody does. So your money is guaranteed. Who's not going to jump into that? That you got guaranteed money coming to you, regardless of what happens. That you're first to get paid. And it's guaranteed by your own constitution. I would jump on that. So it's not the people who are making the decisions that are making it bad. It's the lawmakers. It's the senators of Puerto Rico. It's the governors of Puerto Rico. Because 2012, at that time, the governor of Puerto Rico was Padilla. So you gotta blame Padilla and his administration and the people like Padilla who supported that to attract wealthy investors, which have done nothing at all to Puerto Rico, nothing. So how is that going to help Puerto Rico? It doesn't. Because if you're taking away taxes from wealthy, right? If you're not taxing the wealthy, but you're taxing the very ones who live in your own island, you're not doing much. You're not going to go nowhere. What are you going to do? And those people, the taxes is the one that do the roads. Taxes are the one that do the schools. You're not doing much. You're not. So, what's the point of giving these rich individuals a tax break when you don't give your own people a tax break? That's the thing. That's why politics in Puerto Rico or in any other country sucks. Because those same taxes that Donald Trump took off in 2016 that gave corporations the most taxes of them all, right? Those taxes are still on today. Those tax breaks are still on today for big corporations. But those taxes that he took off in 2021, they started back again. So from 2021 to 2027, your taxes as an individual are going up every single year until the year 2027 when this expires. And in 2027, you're going to be paying more taxes than you did in 2016 when he took over as president. Think about that. Think about that. That makes no sense. So, and then the person who gave Logan Paul this interview didn't even bother. Look, when I do my thing, I try to research as much as I can because I don't want to put my foot in my mouth, you know, or I don't want to put somebody down. And even though I'm a very, very small channel, I still can get sued. You don't know what I say can affect somebody. And if I don't have the facts, then I'm fucked. And facts and proof, facts are more important than just me talking, you know? So, that's what this person or this individual who had this channel had to do. He didn't do it. So for Logan Paul to stand there and call out Bad Bunny just to get attention, because Bad Bunny called him out, is a bad PR move, bro. You should have just said, yeah, I take, I'm better off saying, you know what? Look, I'm not doing, this was me. I'm not doing anything that other people was not doing. And it's not my, this is what I would have said, it's not my fault that the government has enacted this law. I'm just taking it, I'm just using this law to protect my investment. All it's simple as that. Blame your government. Blame them. Not me. He's better off saying that than trying to say that Bad Bunny is benefiting from a tax act that doesn't pertain to him because he's a citizen. He lives in Puerto Rico. He was born and raised in Puerto Rico. Those are for foreign investors. So this is why reading is fundamental, bro. All you have to do is Google it up and that's it. But I guess Logan Paul got that decision from his lawyers. Like, you know what? If you go to Puerto Rico, you don't have to pay taxes. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do that, bro. If you would have put that money, Logan Paul, into something more creative, that tax money that you're saving into a woman's fund, domestic violence in Puerto Rico, an animal abuse program, a transgender or LGBTQ community program, homeless program, addiction program. If you're taking that money that you're saving from this tax act, and you're saving and you give it to any of these corporations, or you give it to them, then I can say, you know what, he's okay. You're not doing none of that shit. You ain't doing nothing. You think you're a boxer, but you suck. You think you're an entertainer, you suck. I don't know how you get 16 million views. I have no idea. Whatever it is, followers on Facebook, I have no idea. To me, you're disinteresting. You are, you and your brother. But to go out there and make a false claim when you should have done your due diligence, looks bad on you. It really does. And I just can't wait if it happens, which it probably would, when Bad Bunny comes out with a music video on you. See how that's gonna look. You see, you have to understand one thing, Logan Paul. The Puerto Rican people of Puerto Rico don't take very kind of you insulting their own, right? And by you trashing Bad Bunny on the floor, you can get a lot of hate. And the people of Puerto Rico are not very kind, and you got some loose cannons out there. So before, and I'm not saying this in a threatening way, I'm not. But I lived in Puerto Rico. I am Puerto Rican, and I know the way it is. And they're very zealous of their artists. They're very zealous of their people, especially when they know that their people are doing good and they go abroad. I mean, Bad Bunny just won the awards that no other Hispanic has won, and that means a lot to the Puerto Rican people. And for you to go out there and trash Bad Bunny, and trash any artist or any figure in Puerto Rico, that's not good move, bro. Not a good move at all. I mean, if you want to keep yourself in Puerto Rico, you want to keep yourself there for a long term, I suggest that you keep your comments to yourself. I suggest that that you don't say anything bad about the people of Puerto Rico. For you might not say that that's bad, but what you're saying is that the people that Bad Bunny is stealing from the people of Puerto Rico, that he's taking advantage of Puerto Rico, and that man when there was Hurricane Maria, and he just first started out. He made his money. He gave back to the people of Puerto Rico. I mean, not like Bad Bunny's music, but as a person, as an individual, as a human being, I do like Bad Bunny. So not because he's just Puerto Rican, just because he does something when you need him, he steps up to the plate. And even when you don't need him, he's always stepping up for Puerto Rico. He's always saying things in good favor of Puerto Rico. And he's feel proud of being Puerto Rican. And that's what everybody should be doing. Feel proud of their own heritage. Just be kind with your words, bro, because you just look stupid saying things that you really don't understand about anything about. That Bad Bunny, if you look at the law, the Act 22 of 2012, states foreign investors. There's nothing about local investors, it says foreign investors. So please, Logan Paul, stop getting into the ring. Stop bleaching your hair. Stop doing something that's going to take your neurons. Because, yo, you belong with Candace Owens. You belong with Shapiro. That spews stupidity without even thinking, without even getting facts. I mean, Shapiro, at least he gets some facts. You know, because you look it up, some of the things he says does make sense at some point, but not all the time. Anyways, it is what it is, bro.